Definitely 3 times the salary ng HR coordinator, 50 to 60K coach, and most likely 4 hours nga po lang yung wino-work ko in a day.
Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Megan. It's Dearly Plinky. And ngayon ay kasama natin ang isa sa students ko. Nag-enroll siya noong January 2023. Hi Debbie!
Hi Coach! My name is Debbie. I'm from Baguio. I have 3 kids and I have been working as a freelancer for the past 4 years. I've started ng 2020 to 2023 before ako nag-enroll sa course mo as a social media manager. I was focused sa Upwork po. So I built yung career ko doon. Naka-focus lang ako na mag-work from home just like any other freelancers because I was a mother of 3. So gusto ko na naka-focus ako sa kids ko.
Pero before SMM, Debbie, nakapag-work ka ba sa corporate?
Yes, actually po, yun po talaga yung connection ko sa inyo. I started as an HR coordinator. Actually, that was my first job. So nung na-discover ko kayo online na you were talking about from HR moving to Facebook advertising, dun yung hook na finalo ko kayo hanggang sa pinanood ko yung mga videos. Probably I can also do this, yung ganun po. From being HR, when I got married and I had my child, nag-resign po ako and I moved to freelancing.
So yung reason mo kung bakit from corporate nag-online ka ay dahil sa nagkaanak ka na?
Yes, first child pa lang. Talagang gusto ko nang sa bahay. Hindi ko gustong parang iwanan ko siya to somebody. Parang attach ako na ako yung mag-alaga. I started as a virtual assistant pero lahat ng clients, they need social media. They need to be online. They need to be on Facebook. Kaya po, doon ako nag-start na, okay, naging social media manager.
Bago mo pasukin si Facebook ads, meron ka ng idea kasi nag-work ka na as SMM.
Yes,
Tama.
so different sa ibang students na parang first time nila nakafocus talaga sa Facebook media buying. Ako naman po is, this is my upskill. I always wanted to have new skills to offer because once you are a freelancer, kailangan hindi lang ito yung pwede mong i-offer. Meron ka rin other skills to offer the clients para mas maging competitive ka sa other freelancers. Since I'm a social media manager nga po, nakikita ko yung mga other accounts na ang bilis nila mag-grow through Facebook advertising. Yung ginagawa ko, more on organic, pero ang nakikita ko sa other companies, kapag nag-advertise na sila, most especially sa Facebook, because a lot of people are in Facebook, mas malaki yung growth ng company. So I said to myself, kailangan ko tong matutunan kasi if I'm able to do this, mas magiging effective ako. Actually, hindi na po ako masyadong nag-self-study sa Facebook media buyer because marami rin akong mga fina-follow na mga gurus and they were talking about if you want to do something, you look for a mentor. Yung nakita ko po sa inyo and yung mga comments po ng other students na, oh, she's very approachable, ganun. So, naisip ko at that time, since I'm already earning naman as a freelancer, why not i-invest ko naman yun sa sarili ko? Because if you start actually na walang mentor, marami kang errors na magagawa, which happened to me as a social media manager because when I started, hindi rin po ako nag-enroll sa other courses, but it's different with media buying. Kailangan talaga ng expertise kasi gagastusin mo yung money or budget ng isang company. Ayoko po na magkaroon ng error doon. So, I chose na to really save up and have a plan on how I can avail the course.
Meron ka ng access doon sa ating mga pre-recorded tutorial videos, sa ating Facebook group, and doon sa ating coaching sessions via Zoom. Kumusta yung experience mo?
Just like the others po, na overwhelmed din ako na ang dami ko palang kailangang matutunan, which I thought nung una baka mas madali sa akin. Pero iba rin yung terms niya, iba rin yung goals. Meron akong notebook talaga na sinusulat ko. Tapos, inuulit-ulit ko pa siya kasi para talagang matutunan natutunan ko. Pero ang naging game changer po kasi nung lumabas yung version 4 na may 60-day challenge. So, yun po yung nag-push sa akin na, okay, meron na akong timeline. So, sinundan ko po yung timeline na yun. And mas madali siya, mas na-absorb ko, and mas na-apply ko. And that was the one na nag-help sa akin na mag-cross. Kasi at the beginning po, in-offer ko yung media buying Facebook ads on top of my social media manager service. In-offer ko siya sa mga clients ko. Pero this year, dun lang talaga ako nakatawid after nitong 60-day challenge.
Sa Facebook group natin, nagpo-post ka ba ng mga questions mo or tumatambay ka ba doon para makita mo kung ano yung mga trends, mga recent topics?
Yes, tumatambay po talaga ako doon. Yun yung maganda doon sa support kasi kahit sa email ko and sa Facebook group, every time na may question ako, magre-replyan niyo po siya agad. So, nagugulat ako kasi paano nyo nahahandle lahat yun. Ang bilis talaga ng response. May time pa na, kunyari may hindi magpe-play, ay, kailangan i-click mo lang to. So, nagre-reply agad yung mga assistant.
Doon sa coaching sessions natin via Zoom, nakaka-attend ka naman doon?
Yes, nakaka-attend din po ako doon. Minsan late lang, pero since may review siya, napapanood ko siya ulit. And one particular coaching session po this year was when you introduced the 12-week year book. Bago siya sa akin. So, nung binasa ko siya and also sa audio din, kasi usually mas effective po talaga sa akin yun. Nakaset ako ng goal and with that, nag-work po talaga. Pati yung ngayon, nasa another set ako ng 12-week. I would say na mas na-handle ko yung pressure ng pagiging online freelancer.
Paano yung nangyari dito sa mga clients mo as media buyer? Sila din ba yung clients mo as SMM? Nag-offer ka lang ng other additional services? Or ibang mga clients ito?
As you always say nga po, nothing is permanent talaga sa freelancing. So when I offered it, not all of them wanted that service. Hindi pa sila nandun sa mindset na yon. But some of them, particular one po, yung isang realtor ko na client, she's been with me for almost 2 years now. When I offered it to her, of course, she was very happy. And nag-start kami ng lead generation. So she is still my client until today. However, yung iba po, that client naman, when I introduced, interested din siya. And then, naka-block pala yung business manager niya, may na-hack. So, I posted actually that question sa Facebook natin. Through your guidance po, kasi ang dami na niyang kinontak na iba-iba, pati yung sa Fiverr, nag-try na rin siya, walang makasolve. So, yung reply nyo, in-screenshot ko lang yon and then I explained it to him. Yun po yung naging way na na-access niya ulit yung business manager account niya. However, I had to let go of that client. So, yan. As a freelancer, hindi lang dapat tayo yung inaalis. Sometimes, we can also be the one to leave. That client kasi, ang dami niyang brands. Medyo unrealistic na rin yung iniisip niya. So, I have informed him. So, hindi na siya client. Yung client ko po ngayon is actually London-based. So, I start 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. It's a 4-hour part-time job. Working for him is very okay sa akin kasi mabilis siyang kausap, hindi ako micromanage, and nakita niya po through the course naman kasi na, knowledgeable siya sa Facebook ads. Actually, ngayon, ni-check niya lang once in a while and ako na po yung bahala.
Si client na to, saan mo nakita?
Sa LinkedIn ko po siya nakuha. Actually, ako po yung nag-reach out, pero since naka-optimize na siya, parang yun yung naging reason na parang na-accept po ako. Nag-share din po ako sa LinkedIn ng mga posts since na-build ko na talaga yung portfolio. Doon niya nakita na, okay. So, sa LinkedIn ko po siya nakuha.
Paano yung naging hiring process niyo?
Actually, binigay siya sa akin na exam. So, medyo mahirap yung exam. More on digital marketing and Facebook and Google. Pero since mahilig po talaga akong mag-upskill and mag-study, yung sa Google part, somehow na-answer ko rin siya. And eventually, when we had the interview, na-hire po ako within 3 days. Tapos, nag-start na rin po agad.
Ano yung mga task mo as media buyer?
More on testing po kami ng mga assets. Kung ano yung mas okay doon sa video or sa image, plus yung mga captions, yung copies. So, tinitest namin kung ano yung pinaka mag-work based on doon sa data. And then, once na nakuha na namin yun, in-scale ko na po yun. We have a particular timeline and budget na minomonitor yung ads and then we decide from there.
Sabi mo kanina, Debbie, is from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. ka nag-work. Everyday ito?
Yes, Monday to Friday po, coach.
Yung buong oras na yon, talagang nag-work ka or nag-monitor ka lang?
To be honest po, parang siguro mga 1 hour and a half lang talaga. Kasi once naman na nakalagay na is okay na po yung campaign, and parang at least yung 4 hours is chine-check ko na lang, but it's not the same as sa ibang job na sa 4 hours talaga hindi ka humihintong gumalaw. So ito, as long as nandun po ako ng 4 hours to monitor, pag na-set ko na yung campaigns, na-check ko na, and reporting. Yung reporting before, syempre pag sa una talaga, medyo matagal kang gumawa kasi ayaw mo magkaroon ng mistake. Pero once na nasanay ka na sa reporting system, usually Excel sheet naman. So Excel sheet din naman kami. And creating pivot. Pero madali lang naman po yun. So mga 1 hour and a half po talaga tapos na po yung work. Nung una, parang ang hirap. Pero once na natutunan mo na, yun nga parang sabi nga po is nothing is easy naman sa umpisa. So ganun din po talaga. Lalo na yung mga terminologies nung nag-aaral po ako. Hala, hindi ko yata kaya to. Pero nung tumagal na, to be honest, syempre pag sa kaka-hire mo, ganun din parang nakaka-nervyos. Pero after a few weeks, ang bilis na po. Very confident ka na.
Sa mga nag-aaral ng Facebook ads, wag masyadong matakot sa umpisa. Kasi pag pinapractice mo naman siya, masasanay ka na din doon. Ano yung mga challenges mo as a Facebook media buyer?
Siguro sa iba, if the challenge was to start, yung sa akin naman, kung paano mag-cross the bridge, I honestly thought na mai-offer ko yung Facebook ads together with the social media manager. Maybe sa iba, nag-work yun. But for me, not everyone wanted that kasi mas gusto rin nila minsan na specialize. Ang nangyayari po, pag nag-a-apply ako, naging honest kasi ako nung una. Actually, I'm a social media manager and I've just started, I finished this course and I can be your Facebook media buyer. Kahit na ini-explain ko na I already want to move there. Minsan na-fail po ako sa interviews because of that. Or sometimes, ino-offer nila na, oh, you have been a social media manager. Yun na rin po yung ino-offer na position, which hindi naman yun yung goal ko. May time na parang na-stuck na ba ako, ganon. Pero, sige lang, keep on pushing. Try lang ng try, 10 applications. So, I said, oh, sige, 10 applications. So, third application ko po yun, yung client ko ngayon. And nakuha naman ako agad. Talagang lakas lang ng loob kung mag-a-apply ka as a Facebook media buyer.
So, kung i-compare mo yung mga na-experience mo na compensation sa current mo na as Facebook media buyer, okay naman?
Yes, coach. Actually, in comparison dun sa HR, ito 4 hours work ko lang, and before, of course, full-time job yung HR. That is definitely 3 times the salary ng HR coordinator. And as SMM naman, I feel na hindi kasi ako papayag na mag less than 50. And for this year po kasi, nag-focus ako sa upskilling. Kaya naka-focus ako dito sa isang client with other sidelines. So, nasa 50 to 60K coach. And most likely 4 hours nga po lang yung wino-work ko in a day. Ang laking difference po talaga yun sa lifestyle. And actually, on top of that po, kasi ngayon, I promise myself naman na next year, hahataw ulit ako and definitely magsi-6 digits. Pero yung tinuturo po sa course na mindset na what really makes you rich, what really makes you happy, be able to spend time with my kids, have this career, nagagawa ko po lahat yun. And then, pwede pa akong mag-take ng break to fetch my kid kasi since 3 o'clock yun. Sobrang bait nung client ko, coach, na parang, sige, okay lang. You can have 30 minutes break. I can just message na I'm just gonna fetch my kid. Okay lang sa kanya since nagagawa naman na yung task early on the time. Wala akong pasok ng weekends. As a media buyer na available ka for your family on Saturday and Sunday and still be able to earn that kind of income. And on top of that, syempre hindi na natin kailangan mag-abroad. I'm very sure na pag nag-focus pa po ako sa susunod, when I feel like I can already go on to avoid din yung burnout kasi parang I've been working for a long time as a freelancer. Realistically speaking, I feel na as a freelancer, tinuturo nyo rin po yun sa mga coaching session. Yun po yung quote na naririnig ko sa inyo. Ito lang yung kaya, yan lang, wag mong ipilit. So, yun lang din po yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Focus lang ako dito.
We should be grateful na you're working ng ganitong oras lang na part-time, pero you're earning that much, tapos present ka doon sa kids mo, hindi
Yes.
lahat ng tao nabibigyan ng ganyang klaseng opportunity.
Yes, coach.
Yun nga, hindi ko din talaga na-advise na para ma-hit mo 6 digits, mag-work ka ng madaming clients, tapos di ka na masyadong nakakatulog, may stress ka pa. Nakaka-stress din naman yun. At baka magkasakit tayo dahil sa stress natin sa client.
If it's your time na naman na nakapag-reset, then go again for 6 digit, which of course I plan to do din po.
Ano naman yung naging impact ng pag-aaral mo ng Facebook advertising na skill?
I was able to have this quality of life nga kasi yung 4 hours, hindi talaga todo hirap ng work yun. And also yung challenge that comes with it. Natutuwa ka kapag effective yung mga campaigns, kapag merong conversions, may happiness yun. Second is, yun, I'm able to take care of my kids. Since hapon siya, so London, European countries, pwede kang mag-day shift in a way. So ang advantage nun, in the morning, I can take care of my kids when they go to school. And after 7 o'clock, I'm with them sa dinner and review them. So yung quality of life is really good.
Yung mga freelancers din na gusto din nila mag-upskill, any tips para sa kanila, Debbie?
Ang pinaka-tip ko talaga is to have a portfolio or yung resume na tinuturo ni coach kapag pumasok ka. Hindi siya katulad ng corporate resumes. Yun talaga yung makaka-help sa'yo mag-stand out. Also, tip ko doon is to have some of the comments of your previous clients. So ako, pinapakita ko talaga sa clients na as a Filipino, we work honestly, we work hard, pero we should be working smart. That we work smart, hindi natin sila niloloko. So, yung quality of work na binibigay is maganda. And from that, magbibigay sila ng magandang feedback. Put that in your portfolio kasi pag nag-apply ka, makikita yung level or quality of work mo. Second is, pag may interview ka or applications, you really look into the details. Actually, hindi ako umabot ng 10 applications. If you apply tas hindi na-pass yun, i-edit mo agad yung application mo, yung resume mo. So, doon sa 3 applications ko for this role, nag-reply sila kagad kasi kung ano yung details sa job information, yun yung ilalagay ko sa cover letter ko. And yun yung ifo-focus ko din pag sa interview. Make sure ko na may mga terms na ipapasok ko sa sagot ko para yun yung ma-realize nila na you're fit for the role and ikaw yung kukuhanin.
Kailangan talaga yung 100% care mo sa business. Iti-treat mo yung business ng client mo as business mo din. You don't work for clients. You work with clients. Magkaiba yun, diba? So,
yes, coach. Thank you so much, coach, sa lahat ng support na binigay mo. Actually, ito talaga yung coach na mas makulit kaysa dun sa student. Makulit in a good way. Kasi ang dami nyo pong reminder sa amin, yung coaching session, yung course mismo, nandun na rin yung mga replay. So, wala na talagang excuse. Thank you so much, coach, sa sipag mo na magturo sa amin. You actually made it very simple, very organized, and of course, realistic. Yung iba, pag may course, hindi ka na ipa-follow up ng mentor kapag nagbayad ka na, since bayad ka na dun eh. Pero yung sa inyo po, nagre-reply po talaga kayo sa dami po nung students nyo. Natitignan nyo po kami isa-isa. Nafa-follow up nyo rin kami. Down to yung pictures namin, yung email address namin, nako-correct nyo po. So, thank you so much, coach.
What if ikaw naman ang maka-experience ng ganitong klaseng buhay? Kumikita ka habang nasa bahay ka, kasama ang pamilya mo. Click the subscribe button para sa mga susunod na inspiring stories ng mga successful online freelancers.